Hello, Virtual Academy artists. This week's lesson was inspired by the beautiful snowy weather outside and the fact that December 21st is right around the corner, and that's the official first day of winter. So we're going to learn how to draw snow people or snow folk in something called a worm's eye view perspective. So our snow people today will be drawn in a worm's eye perspective. If you think of a little worm on the ground looking up, they're going to see things a lot different than maybe a bird flying by over your head looking down. So I'll show you how to create that illusion of worm's eye perspective. All right, art students, so we are going to draw our snow people in worm's eye view now, and it really doesn't matter which way you hold the paper because you're going to be drawing your snow people from the corners. So you're just going to pick a corner to start with, and we are going to make a circle, but obviously not the full circle, so just part of the circle. I'm going to put some paper underneath me because I realize that I don't want to get Sharpie on the desk. So we have our big circle and it comes off of the page, so we can't finish it because the page ends. Now we're going to make another circle on top that's small. And sometimes you might do even 3 circles, so this could be the head of the snow person or this could be the middle body. I might do some way and some the other just to show you. So on this one, I will make one more. So you can already see the beginnings of a snow person. And before I add some details, I think I'm going to go over here and do another one. So I could do this one the same way, where I do a half circle. So you see, I'm not drawing the whole circle, I'm just drawing part of it. So I'm starting from the bottom of the one under it, going around and then stopping. So I have room for 2 snow people. I'm going to flip my paper now and show you the other way you might do it. So you might have your circle be a little bigger, and then you might just make one circle, and that could be the snow person's head. So these snow people you're seeing more of than on this side. So it really just depends what kind of look you want. And you could see I still have room in the middle here, so if I do want to add some hats or decorations, I can go ahead and do that. So now I can go ahead and start to add some details. So I'm going to keep mine simple. And if I were building a snow person in real life, I might use rocks to push in the snow, so they'd just be small dots like that. So that's what I'm going to keep for my snow people. And I think I'll do a triangle for a carrot nose on this one. But here's where I want to show the perspective, the worm's eye view. So it's important when you're adding buttons to your snow person that if you have a button here, let's say, and this one is going to be the closest to us because it's closest to where the worm would be looking up. So that button's a little more detailed. And as I draw more buttons, as they get closer to the snow person, they're going to get smaller and smaller. So you don't really see much details in these ones. So I'm going to make those details really small. So it becomes more detailed, and as you go up the snow person, it gets less detailed and smaller. So it looks like you're a worm looking up at the snow person. And I like to keep the arms simple because usually they're just sticks. So I usually just do a line with maybe another line in it for the sticks. And you'd want to use pencil because let's say I want to add a hat or something. You can draw the hat right over where the snow person's head is. But now I have that line there. So usually I would use pencil just so that you can erase. So if I had a pencil, I would erase that line inside. I just can erase, which is kind of nice. Since I didn't use pencil though, I'm going to just color it in like that. If I want to add a scarf to my snow person, I would make a rectangle like that and erase the lines inside. But since I didn't use pencil, I'm just going to color in my lines there. So again, I would draw that rectangle because that's where the scarf would be going around, where the head meets the body. And maybe 2 other rectangles for that part of the scarf. But all these lines are showing up in there, so now I can go back and erase. As some of you may have noticed from watching my videos, I really like to outline. So after I've colored in everything, or even before, I'm going to go back and just go over those pencil lines. Look how much bolder it stands out when I add that marker to it. So you can erase right over the marker, which is pretty cool. So again, this is called outlining, and it just makes everything in the picture really stand out nicely. So now I've outlined all of my pencil lines, and look how much more that snow person stands out compared to the one over here that I had started drawing in pencil. This snow person's going to have ear muffs, I think, so I'm going to do a shape like that, and ear muffs have a band like that. Now that I have 3 snowballs, that gives me more room to show how the buttons are getting smaller and smaller. So they start really big, and they get tinier and tinier and less detailed as they go up the snow person. That's the most important part, is making sure the buttons get smaller as you're looking up. So take your time. So now I have 4 snow people, and I like the hats and the decorations. I think I'm going to make sunglasses on this snow person. Maybe someone wanted their snow people to be cool. Get it? Very cool. Maybe I'll even do a baseball cap. This is a different kind of year, and my art is going to be inspired by what's going on in the world. So I'm going to make this a masked snow person. So different. So I'm going to make my snowflakes big balls like that, because that way I can color around them. So I was just playing around a little with different materials and how you might make the snow show up. So again, if you're just using marker or crayon, you can draw your snowflakes and color around them. If you do have watercolors, you might want to make your snowflakes first with a white crayon. It's hard to see, but if you just draw right on the white paper, you can paint right over those snowflakes. This technique is called resist, because the crayon or the oil pastel resists the watercolor paint. So either drawing with a white crayon first before you paint, drawing your snowflakes as circles so you can color around them, or using, if you have an oil pastel, over the painted paper after. If you actually have real buttons that you wanted to try to glue on, or a piece of fabric you could actually glue on for the scarf, that might be kind of cool too. So enjoy making your snow folk artists. See you next time.